What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug. It's time to wrap up SDR 2006, heading towards WrestleMania. I may have lost most of my matches in this playthrough, however, I'm still main eventing the grandest stage of them all. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
I've got a message for Rob Van Dam and all of those ECW punks in the back. So far, you've proved that you're real tough when you're ganging up on people or hitting them from behind or taking out announcers.
I mean, it's Cole, though. He deserved it.
But guess what? I'm still here. This Sunday is WrestleMania, and I demand the WWE title match I earned at the Rumble. So if you've got the guts, come out here and give it to me.
It looks like business is picking up here, King. Here comes the WWE Champion. Boomer Sooner for him.
I think he prefers being called the ECW Champion, JR.
Whoa. Did you say you demand a title match? Dude, you won your title match at the Royal Rumble in a WWE match. This isn't the WWE title anymore. It's the ECW title.
Who does he think he's kidding?
Loopholes.
It's the WWE title, as sure as the day is long.
I'll tell you what, everyone knows I'm a fighting champion, so I'll defend this title against you in a hardcore match this Sunday at WrestleMania. But first, you've got to survive an ultimate submission match against Chris Benoit tonight.
Really? I have to?
An ultimate submission match against Benoit? Fine with me. He and I have some unfinished business anyway.
Dude, you'll be lucky to walk out of here tonight once Benoit's done with you.
No comment.
But I kind of hope you do make it to WrestleMania, because when I beat you in the main event on the grandest stage of them all, there will be no doubt that WWE has been taken to the extreme.
All right, Dan.
Here is a man once known as the Crippler Chris Benoit, who we haven't seen much on Raw lately since RVD started up with this ECW nonsense.
I can't believe that Benoit would throw his entire WWE career away to join up with extremely crappy wrestling.
And so, I don't want to do this. And so I skipped that match because that was a 15-minute long thing, and I don't want to do it. No thank you, and it's my show, and I do what I want. So here we are, RVD, Attack Slug, WWE title on the line. WrestleMania 21. Let's go.
Once again, welcome to WrestleMania,
Hey,
the
Cole's back.
grandest stage of them all. And here we go with our SmackDown main event, a hardcore match for the WWE title. I'm Michael Cole back at ringside, and after what occurred 2 weeks ago, believe me when I say I'm hopeful that my so-called partner Taz will be able to restrain himself tonight.
Look, Cole, I explained it to you a million times. You were about 3 seconds away from RVD giving you the beating of your life. Believe it or not, buddy, I was actually saving you from a world of hurt.
You sure have a funny way of doing it.
Come on, Cole, give me a break.
Wait, what? No, finish your... What happened there? I didn't hit anything. I didn't press the button there. What happened?
And here comes RVD, the WWE Champion. Before you try to correct me, Taz, save your breath. I will never call that title the ECW title. That's the WWE title, and it belongs to SmackDown.
You could call it whatever you want, Cole, but if RVD wins tonight, you might not be calling anything around here anymore. This isn't just about a title. SmackDown and ECW are going head-to-head tonight, and only one of them is going to survive WrestleMania.
One of a kind. And I welcome you to Thursday. And normally, on a Thursday, I would be talking all about what happened last night on AEW and NXT. Well, I have only watched AEW thus far, have not watched NXT, and we have larger things to discuss today because there might not be much of a WWE thing in the near future because yesterday there was some news that came out that a somewhat larger scale, perhaps in the dozens, outbreak of positive coronavirus diagnoses happened in WWE. That includes talent, that includes staff, that includes production. That's a problem. We have one confirmed name, and that confirmed name is Renee Young. And that is why you did not see Moxley on AEW last night out of precautions. So she has confirmed has the virus. Moxley has so far, as I've heard, tested negative, but the whole point is you're supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks if you've been in contact and they're married. So I don't think he's going to make Fyter Fest to defend against Brian Cage, and good on him. Like, the smartest one here right now looks like Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, that kind of thing. Like, they look brilliant for staying the hell home. So a potentially massive outbreak in WWE is going to change a lot of your plans moving forward. But also, who's staying home last night on AEW was QT Marshall, who was also exposed to somebody who had the virus. So, yeah, that is, until we get more details, potentially a huge thing going forward, considering how they've been booking and how they've been not testing, which is, get back in the ring, which is a problem when you don't test and you only take temperatures, because AEW has been testing, to be sure. WWE, not so much. Crack across the dome. You wanted this hardcore match, RVD, and you gon' got. Time for the Salt Shaker 2 point. Whoa, yeah. But if you think I'm done with you, RVD, you're wrong. I've waited a long time to inflict this kind of punishment, RVD, and one salt shaker is not going to be enough to satiate my appetite for destruction as such. So, don't you worry, you gon' get got across the dome repeatedly. So, we might just have to take out this announce table in the process, Mr. RVD. So, join me, would you, on this announce table. Baby, I fell off. He fell off. Back body drop. And a submission maneuver on the table. Good God Almighty. Chicken wing, Mr. Bob Backlund. But it don't matter, because you can't escape the count out. That ain't gonna happen, RVD. Ain't gonna happen. Here we go. Through the... No, it didn't break. It didn't break. How about you get a salt shaker on the table? That's right. Salt shaker through the announce table. Good God Almighty. And no, you're not done. We're not done, RVD. You thought we'd be done. But no. Belt to the back of the dome, RVD. So yes, that is a huge bit of a deal here with WWE and AEW. And again, Florida being super dumb. This whole thing being just the dumbest thing I've seen in a long time for a lot of reasons. And I'm just continually baffled by the absolute stupidity and recklessness and overall just disregard for human health on a whole lot of levels. It is absolutely frustrating, and I hope everyone stays safe, but it's been difficult. So that was that. Also in the news, Chikara has shut down due to these ongoing allegations, so I have to imagine that their video game will also be just done, which sucks. I mean, that game wasn't that great, but hey, it could have improved. Bust it open, RVD. That's what you get. That's what you get, man. Like, that game with some improvements, like, could have been alright. But if you're not going to have an organization to actually have a game based on, then German, then what's the point, right? So, I haven't seen any of those other official announcements just yet, but the word going around is that Chikara is shut down. And now, RVD, you can get your final Salt Shaker 2.0, put you away, And with a crimson mask, we have a new WWE champion on the grandest stage of them all. Wait a minute. I won though. Oh, went for the Van Daminator.
That may do it for Rob Van Dam.
Coast to coast. Coast to coast. He's in the corner. Y'all better. Wait, why is Vince here? Right. Ah. What is he? He's all like, what are you doing? Do it. I'm gonna hold it for you. Garbage can. A table. Table time. Cause you got no chance.
Now, RVD, I know you're no stranger to tables. Your little company made quite a name for itself with them back in the bingo hall circuit, didn't you? Well, after tonight, you realize this isn't a bingo hall. This is the WWE. Hope you've had your fun because Vince McMahon and the WWE champion are about to take you to the extreme.
Pal. That's such good shit. And, yup. Is Vince gonna help me 3D RVD? That's really funny.
Whoa, I think it's going to be quite a while before RVD can show his face around here again.
What a WrestleMania! And it looks like SmackDown has put an end to Rob Van Dam and ECW.
Yeah, and I think the message was received loud and clear, Cole. There's going to be some superstars with a lot of explaining to do after what's gone down here tonight.
I imagine you're pretty disappointed. That partner?
Hey, Cole, me, it don't matter. I'll tell you what, I love the business. WWE, ECW, WCW, whatever, it don't matter. I love watching guys take it to the limit and putting on a hell of a show. That's exactly what the new WWE champion is going to do every night as he holds on to that title. Man, I can't wait to see what happens next.
What happens next should be the ending credits, I do believe. There they are. I finished the other side of SVR 06 like 3 years later, but I did it. So, again, there's things that happened last night on AEW NXT, but the large story is a supposedly substantial outbreak in WWE of the virus, and some folks in AEW being exposed, but AEW has been playing it so much smarter than WWE in terms of testing and telling folks to stay home and that kind of thing. The fact that you have this potential outbreak of dozens, right? And here's the thing. Renee Young had tested with WWE and was negative, right? Still felt sick, got her own testing, and then tested positive. So, in the meantime, in between those 2 dates, she was back to work. It's insane that you had 70-plus-year-old Ric Flair on Raw this past Monday. Like, all of this is just super, super foolish and dangerous, and no one is taking this as seriously as they should be in a lot of these states that just, no, it'll go away. Spoiler, it's not going away. And, bro, like, I'm at a loss at this point, right? But I will say, what I did hear that happened on NXT was that Keith Lee retained the title. There was no interference from Karrion Kross. I would assume that when they have the match between Lee and Cole, that's where Kross will interfere. But I also noticed and heard that, hey, even though Triple H says, oh, AEW, whatever, we're doing our own thing, we don't counter-program to AEW. Meanwhile, they've said for weeks now that, hey, we're having Fyter Fest on the 1st and the 8th of July. And now, magically, NXT is having the Great American Bash on the 1st and the 8th of July. But no, they don't counter-program. Like, who are you fooling, Trips? Nobody. Okay, I am done ranting and rambling for the day. I have finished this game. Tomorrow, Perplexing Pixels on a Friday. I'm thinking maybe that'll fix the views. They've been terrible. Or it's just YouTube continuing to bury this channel every single day. And that's, again, annoying, but I'm still here. YouTube, you can't get rid of me. You son on my gun. But after this, if you're wondering what's next, I am looking into doing a modified version, a up-resed HD version, essentially, of No Mercy, finally, but I'm not going to guarantee it. I have all the files. I have to make sure they all work before Monday. So the weekend is the weekend. I will definitely be playing more Desperados and more Divinity Original Sin and perhaps something else. I don't know yet. It's only Thursday and I have things to do today and tomorrow. So we're gonna get that all situated somehow. But the plan is, if I'm gonna start No Mercy, it would be on Monday next week. I actually have an N64 controller and I have a USB adapter to play with the actual controller for N64 games. So believe me, I'm ready. It's just a matter of making sure that it works on with the HD upgrade, with the mods and everything else. That's the plan. So fingers crossed that happens. I'll see you guys next time right here. I'm attackslug. Peace out, and I'm done.